Hi there. Continuing our quest to answer this one question, why do some people break free from the corporate grind and some others stay stuck year after year after year, even after starting things, even after making multiple business plans and trying multiple things? Why is it that some people keep going back to the corporate grind and some people manage to break free? I have answers. If you are interested in this question, I am excited for you. And if you're ready to break free finally and create an alternative career to the corporate rat race, then this is the place to be. I am Mansi Gupta. I am an alum of IIM Ahmedabad, class of 2013. I am a certified mindset coach. I connect people to their inner child. Why? Because your inner child is the source of your joy, your creativity, your purpose, and also your biggest healing. Over the past 2 years, I have helped professionals just like you and me start successful side gigs and build alternate careers that give them freedom of time, location, and creativity. Now, why mindset? Because what I realized in this entire journey, and when I was going through my own journey, it was never the strategy. It was never not knowing what I need to do next. It was always the self doubt and the inaction and paralysis that came along with it that held me back. And that is why I have doubled down so much on mindset. And that's what I teach now. 5 years ago, if you had met me and you described my current life to me, you told me that, Mansi, you became a mindset coach and you're helping people start businesses and you live like a digital nomad. You finally cracked it. You have the freedom of time, location, and money. You did it. I would be like, what are you saying? I would laugh my ass off, and maybe I would have been embarrassed and mortified that did I just become a life coach? That's what happens. That's the beauty of connecting to your body intuition and letting life kind of lead you instead of you trying to plot and plan through the entire thing. So fast forward to 2024, I just described you my current life. No more dreading appraisals, no more guilt around taking time off. I can take as many vacation days as I want. No more waiting and hoping and praying and hustling for the next promotion. It is a good life and it is worth it. All of the time, the money, and the energy that I've put in the last 3 years has been worth it, and I cannot wait for you to experience it. Now, I'm excited for you because this is the third video in a series of videos that I'm doing on helping people see the opportunity that is available out there. Because I can't wait for more of you to experience this. So, today we're talking about how to balance an ethical side gig along with your full time job because all of us have limited time, energy, hours. I get it. Now, before I proceed, I just want to check in with you if you guys have had a chance to watch the previous two videos. If not, I highly recommend watching them. Thank you so much for all of the comments, the feedback, and the questions that I've been receiving. It just goes to show how relevant this topic and this conversation is right now. I think everybody is done with working from office post-COVID, and I feel like culture took a further nosedive in most places post-COVID. Coming back to this training, the last two videos we covered how to identify your monetizable expertise. In that, I talk about one, your personal experiences and struggles can be monetized, and second, skills that you've picked up or problems that you've solved in your corporate experience can be monetized. And we just want to make sure that they're aligned with your zone of genius. And the second is money. Money, as in one, what's your relationship with money, how to change limiting beliefs around money, and second, how do you actually build a predictable, consistent income from a business that can sustain your livelihood so that you continue to feel stable and secure financially, because that's important to all of us. So these are the two topics. If you haven't watched them, go back to my email and click on the links. It's not more than 30 minutes of watching in total. It's worth your while. All right, so let's soldier on. Let's dive in. Now, I get it. Life gets in the way. You have commuting to do. Maybe you have a family. Maybe you even have kids. And it's a lot. It's a lot to do. And when you think about starting a business, it can feel exhausting even before you get started. Now, here's the thing. You do not need to be spending 16-hour workdays or burning out to start a business. Hear me out, because it's really about making the right choices and getting yourself into a space of alignment and focus. What do I mean by that? There is one big choice that you can make that changes the game for you. The first thing that happens, and as management professionals who understand scale and who are used to working at scale, we tend to pick up businesses that are product businesses. And the thing with product businesses is that there's just a lot to operationalize. You got to look at sourcing, you got to look at packaging, you got to look at branding, you got to look at supply, where will you find the customers, the sales, and blah, 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 blah. And then also, you're not going to be sure of the product market fit. So there are a lot of unknowns, and it's hard to crack that business. That is not true for a knowledge-based service business. And that's why I recommend that anyone who doesn't have capital and time, and you're craving freedom more than glory, please pick up a knowledge-based service business, because it's so much lesser work. Because at the end of the day, you are the product. It's your time which is going to be monetized. And plus, the beauty of it is that isn't that much work to be done. You genuinely only need to spend time on a basic skill like writing or sales and getting clarity. And all of that comes easier. And you may not be a natural writer, or you may not be a natural salesperson. You don't have to be. If you have clarity, you're there. And another beauty of this business is that you can co-create the whole thing. You don't have to guess and wait for product market fit. You can co-create everything from your offer to your messaging to your product. Everything can be co-created along with your customers who are paying you. So guess what? Like in product, you had to pay for market research or get someone to answer a survey form for you. And here there's somebody who is happy to pay you money while you iterate on your offer. It doesn't get better than this. And that's the opportunity. So now, as soon as you make this shift from product to knowledge-based service, we've already reduced the amount of effort that's required. So now what keeps people stuck? If it was that simple, a lot of you would have figured this out already. What keeps you stuck? These are two behaviors that I see that keep people stuck. One, I need to figure out everything out on my own, and I need to do it from scratch. So if I need a website, I'm going to take a WordPress class, I'm going to figure that out, and I'm going to build it on my own. If I need a Shopify site, I'm going to build it on my own. If I need to write content on LinkedIn, I'm going to take the copywriting course, and I'm going to take the LinkedIn course, and then I'm going to do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. No, you don't need any of that. You just need the minimum effective dose of each of those things. You can either eliminate or you can delegate. And that's the beauty of working in a structured program like mine. I give you just the right amount of information and skills that you need to keep making progress, so that I know what your critical path is and I can get you there within 3 to 6 months. That means if you stick to the critical path and you focus only on things that land you customers and get you paid, this can be much, much easier. The second behavior that I see is going down these rabbit holes of perfection. Rabbit hole of technology. Oh, I'm going to do this. So now I'm going to build an app around it, or I'm going to build a website around it, or I'm going like, what is the tech stack that I'm going to use? What tools do I need? Let me get subscriptions. That is not needed right now, my friend. You can automate stuff when you have stabilized and iterated your process. Same thing with branding. it's such a fun thing to do that most of us fall into that rabbit hole of fonts, colors, logos, and archetypes and whatnot and positioning. Again, the brand can evolve because it's a knowledge based service business. You can evolve and your brand will evolve and things will evolve. You don't need to do it right now. It's a distraction. Third is research, talking to 100 people. How much does it pay on an average? What can I do? Will you buy from me? How much will people pay? No, just decide and move forward. Research is also not needed. Like I said, you can get paid clients and you can work with them and you can choose the price point at which you work and you can make this happen. So we've talked about how you can reduce the work. Now, let's talk about whatever work we are doing. Is it draining you or is it energizing you? And that's the beauty of alignment with your zone of genius. When you are doing something which is so innately natural to you and it speaks to your creativity, the work that you do doesn't feel draining at all. It's energizing. It feels like play. Because, I mean, we know how to make money. We are not here to make money. We are here to make an impact, to build a legacy, to get freedom, to do work that gives us joy. So, why would we pick drudgery even in a side hustle? We cannot. We cannot afford to do it. So that's the key to avoiding burnout. Operate in your zone of genius. Next, and you do not need a lot of dedicated time when it comes to knowledge based service businesses because it's really about clarity, and clarity comes with living with the question. And if you're asking the right questions and you can trust yourself to find the answers, a lot of the work can just be done in micro moments. And this is how I like to work with my clients. I give them prompts and I give them templates. And it's as easy as just typing things on the Notes app on your phone after that. Literally. I have had a client who is a mom of two, a full time job holder, senior person. And this is how we got her to her niche and her offer on the Notes app of her phone. It's possible. And finally, don't make this thing into a perfectionist and gold standard. Celebrate the small wins, celebrate the first 1,500 bucks that somebody paid you because that matters. It means someone paid you. You went from zero to one. Then there will come a day when somebody will pay you 15,000, and then a day when somebody will pay you 1.5 lakh, and maybe one day somebody will pay you 15 lakhs. Amazing. So keep celebrating. It's all in the journey and it's about enjoying the journey. So I really hope that all your worries around burning out and not having enough time and energy are feeling better. You don't burn out because you're doing energizing work. It's fun. And you do not need 16-hour workdays because there just isn't that much work to be done when you're doing the right things and you're being guided and you have accountability and you have support. It's possible. Okay. So now, over the past 3 videos, I have shown you how to identify your monetizable expertise. I have shown you how to build a predictable, consistent income. And I've talked about how do you balance your time and energy to start your business to generate a sustainable income. Now, if you're ready to go deeper with me, I will be opening enrollment to my signature program. It's called the Monetize Me Method. It's a 3-month program. It's very step by step, template by template, minimum effective dose. Think group coaching, online classroom. It has private coaching built in. So it's as good as private coaching, and it's plus of that at a fractional rate at which I usually work. So it's an amazing offer, and I don't think I will float it again in the same level of one-to-one interaction and price point further on. So this is a golden window because this is the first cohort and you get to be a part of this journey with me. I've shepherded people one-on-one till now, and I'm really looking forward to creating a very close-knit, nice group of 6 to 8 people, and we work together, we support each other, and make this dream come true for us. So keep an eye out on your inbox and be ready to grab your spot, because it's going to be a limited time enrollment window. It's not open always. But in the meantime, if you feel like you want to speak to me and you have questions about it, you feel free to book a discovery call. There will be a link in the email that accompanied the video. Go ahead and book a call and let's get on a call. Meanwhile, any more questions? If you're starting to consider this journey, I mean, that has been my endeavor in this series of trainings, that you start to consider this opportunity. This opportunity starts to feel a lot more real for you. And if it is starting to feel a lot more real for you, I'm sure you have questions. Feel free to hit reply to this email. I read all of my emails and I respond to each one of them. I'm looking forward to connecting.